What up, just if you're just in the house, the title of this is called, anyway, what you're supposed to be doing, right? Okay, but we don't do it. But anyway, when you come to other countries and stuff, do me a big favor and do not act so gullible. There's a lot of people that come out here and they act gullible and get hurt. When you go to other countries, sure, there'll be people there who'll be nice to you and stuff, but then you got other people who are just out to scam, and you have to really, really, really be careful about that. I think I gave this one example. One of my friends, he went to a snack bar with these other three guys, and two of them, one was American. I think two was American, one was Russian or something like that. And they were all into karate. All of them knew karate and stuff, right? So they went to the snack bar and they drank together and everything. And my friend said, hey, the bill, I need $150. Give me $150. And so they were going to give it to him, right? And then they thought about it and they didn't give it to him. And they told me that. And I just started rolling and laughing and stuff. And I was like, well, why would you even think about giving somebody you don't know $150, unless you want to give it to them, but other than that, then why would you do that? And they started laughing. They said, no, we don't know. We thought he was trying to trick us and nothing. I was like, well, he didn't try to trick you. If you would have given him the money, then y'all would have been tricks, right? Anyway, so it doesn't matter. You just help you doing your job or something. And they got mad at me and stuff, but we all kicked it and stuff. They were real cool and stuff. But, there are people out in other countries who are willing to get over it, and they play this nice role. But when you travel and stuff, you like I said, or I shouldn't say like I said, but like Ice Cube said, the world is just a ghetto. And outside of these big cities and these nice apartment complexes, as you go further and further away from them, it's just like being at home, and people gotta work and get up in the morning and do everything that you do, and people are out there trying to scheme and stuff. So, like I was talking about my business videos and things like that, those are when you meet people. If you meet them on the streets, that's fine, but a lot of the people, like I try to say, is that you should try to meet people when you're out eating at a nice restaurant, or maybe you're on a tour with them, they have tours and stuff, you're on a tour bus, and people will talk to you once they find out you're American, or you might get in a van or on a bus, and as soon as you open your mouth, they'll know you're American. They'll pretty much approach you and stuff like that. I just heard a couple of stories from boss. I ain't gonna tell you, but I'll let him tell you. They're funny, but they're just stories of gullibleness, And like I said, these girls, and they players. Y'all don't believe me? You best to listen to Too Short before you come out here. You know what I'm saying? Best to listen to them, because these girls will. I'm not joking. There are some nice women out here, but on average, it's you're just taking chances, and what you do know that, right? So it's difficult, it's hard to, figure out things. So you gotta play it like you know it. You gotta play it like, like I said, or I shouldn't say it like, rappers be saying, treat them like you meet them. Because if you want a girl to be real nice and you want to be able to be with her and act nice and all that stuff, then you just be like that. And if a girl don't want to be with you, then fine, you keep on being nice until you find a girl that just like nice men and like women. Not like women, like men, to treat them like that. And then they, of course, hopefully they'll treat you the same. If not, then you just gonna have to trade your game. And then you got people that come out here and work and might work for a person and this person like, okay, I'll give you full-time position after this and that, and they put a lot of people through a lot of stress and don't pay them for a month or 2 months and things like that, while they steadily, collecting all this money and stuff. And I don't know why people put up with that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And in the States, if I was to that's why the name of this is because I say a lot. You know what I'm saying, because somebody said it in one of my comments. And every time I make these videos, I'm always thinking about that, right? But forget, I don't care. Anyway, in the States, a lot of people do go through things, and a lot of people are really programmed. And there are some people who understands how people are programmed, and they'll use it. So, when you travel and you go around, if you're one of these gullible people, please just act like you know. Act like you tough. Act like the ballers, or the people out there who are making money. You need to act like them. See what they doing, because when you go to another country, like when I got questioned by those police, I'm sure they were thinking like, okay, this guy, whatever, and I don't know, I guess they thought I was going to just do everything they say and, sign that paper, and they waited a little bit, and I ain't signing nothing. When I was going into different countries, I had some of these custom officer thought I was African and said, you got to get in this line, and I said, well, I'm American. And then he said something smart, and I said something back to him, but I said something to him in a way that wasn't disrespectful, but it kind of shut him up, and the other custom guard that he was standing over kind of looked up at him, and a few people probably giggled or something, but it wasn't nothing he could do about it. I think it was something like, well, why are you harassing me? I'm not even in your country. I come here to spend money, and give it to your country so you can have a job, and you sitting here harassing me. What, you want me to go home? Because I can take my money and go home. I'll forget what I said, but I said something like that. But I didn't, I'm saying it's smart, but the way I said it to him was more or less like, hey, you need this money. I'm a tourist. I'm not here bothering you just because you might be offended because I'm black. Well, you black too, just like I am. Your skin is the same color as I am. So don't get it. Don't try to use me as being an African for a reason for you to get, or for you to feel better about yourself, because it's not going to work on me. It might work on other people. But I said it like a respectful way, so he was furious. You could see the look on his face, but there was nothing he could do because I didn't break any laws. And I get things like that sometimes. And you meet people and they'll try to hustle you on the streets and things like that. So just be careful, be careful, be careful. Just be tough and just say, hey, in my country, the law says we can't. Sometimes that'll work, sometimes if you like talking to the guys on the streets and selling one of them things called CDs and DVDs and things like that, they doing their job, just keep walking. Like me, well, it's almost finished. But anyway, like I said, when you go to other countries, please don't be no sucker. Alright, I'm out. Peace.